We've talked about this topic in the past before, just a little bit. We really haven't gone deep into it or done a deep dive conversation about it. And I don't even know if we're going to go all that deep into it today. But something that was on my mind and I wanted to share it with you guys was Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now we know that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is slated to be released in 2025. So probably in 3 to 4 months, we will be getting the new Call of Duty Black Ops game. But with that, there's a big question. And there was a comment from one of you guys a few days back, I believe. And I cannot share the comment because I no longer have my phone where I had the screenshot of it because my phone broke yesterday as of the recording of this video. But you guys said that Call of Duty and Treyarch had been working on Black Ops games since 2008 with World at War, because World at War is basically a Black Ops game. If you look at the story and the characters and everything like that, everybody likes to claim that it's a Black Ops game, and I believe that it is as well. So from 2008 all the way to 2025, which is, let's do 2018, that's 10 years plus another 7 years, that's about 17 years. So 17 freaking years, Call of Duty and Treyarch have been making Black Ops games. And that is a very, very long time to never create any other type of game. It's a very, very long time to never deep dive into other stories. It's 17 years of basically using the same type of story, the same type of characters, and the same type of vibe for 17 years. Now, obviously, World at War was very different than, Black Ops 6, for example. But if you look at Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, even the no story for Black Ops 4, there are connections to what Frank Woods, Alex Mason, Dragovich, Menendez, they're all kind of intertwined together. In Call of Duty Black Ops 4, you have Section Mason's daughter and Alex Mason's great-granddaughter, and she's like a part of the conflict going on in the somewhat story of Black Ops 4. If we go over here to Black Ops 5, which is Call of Duty Cold War, you have Frank Woods and Alex Mason come back. They even go back to Yamantau to research some stuff that Dragovich had hidden, and you introduce new character in Adler, but it's still kind of the same story. Then you move on to Black Ops 6. Same kind of fucking story. You still got Frank Woods in there. You got some stories about what may have happened. You got Hudson coming back in the Warzone post story. It's all kind of the same. And if you grab Call of Duty Cold War and you grab Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the main protagonist and the story of both those games are very, very similar. You're a nameless soldier, basically. You're a protagonist that doesn't speak. You don't really have a big impact in the story. You just you're there just to do things, right? To advance the story, to play the game, but you're almost invisible. Nobody really cares about you, talks about you, or anything like that. Even when you supposedly died in Black Ops 6, nobody really gave a fuck. Everybody kind of moved on. And so you have these two characters that were apparently very mysterious. Two characters that don't speak. Two characters that by the end were either brainwashed or they died in a very mysterious way. But it was open-ended because it was a cliffhanger. You don't really know if it happened or not. And so these are the things that I'm talking about. Like, you played two protagonists in back-to-back games that followed very similar stories. You played two games that felt very similar in the delivery. So that makes me ask myself or question myself in terms of, is that all you got? Can you not make a different story? For Black Ops 7, what are we going to get? Are we going to be a mysterious soldier once again that doesn't speak, and by the end of the story, we somehow die or sacrifice ourselves? But we don't really know if we did or not. It's going to be kind of left open-ended, kind of like a cliffhanger once again. Is that what's going to happen? Because for the third year in a row, in terms of Black Ops games, are we going to end it the same? I really don't know, but that's the type of stuff that makes me wonder if Treyarch even has any more ideas. Now, I don't want to rehash the same old story that we've talked about in the past, but I am wondering what's going to happen after Black Ops 7. Do we move on to a new series? Does Treyarch finally, after 17 long years, do you finally try a brand new game with a brand new story, a fresh take on something that we've never seen before? Because I, for one, would really fucking like that. Not because I don't like Black Ops, not because I don't like the characters, but how much longer can we continue to stretch this story out with these type characters? How much longer can we continue to have Frank Woods appear and Alex Mason appear? There's obviously a lot of missions in between the years that you could still go back in flashbacks. You could still make a full game on stories of Alex Mason and Frank Woods doing ops together about things we haven't seen. Go deeper into maybe the declassified missions that occurred many years ago. There's a lot to do, sure, but do you want to keep doing that? You would just make the timeline even more convoluted. You would make the timeline even more difficult to understand. You would keep adding things to a timeline that never expected to have these things added. You know what I'm saying? So when you look back and you try to tell the full story of the game or everything that occurred from all games, sometimes they don't make all that much sense. I know though that there is a good amount of you that would still want to play as Frank Woods and Alex Mason. And I get the sentiment because they're cool characters and we've known them for a really long time. But I really want to see something new, something fresh from Treyarch. I want to see if they really got it in terms of, can you deliver a different type of story? Some of you guys also commented in the previous video that you didn't really like all that spy bending, mind bending type of story anymore. Some of you guys called it lazy. You said that the numbers for Call of Duty Black Ops 1 worked because of Dragovich and because of Alex Mason and the story that was trying to be told. But continuing to try to repeat that pattern every single game kind of becomes lazy and boring. And some of you guys said that specifically about Call of Duty Cold War and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, because you are basically rehashing the very first game once again and trying to retell it in new ways. You know, one thing about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, for example, let's use that one because that's the other big franchise that refuses to die. But if we look at the current rebooted version of those games, you got Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. And although those games are very different from each other in terms of Modern Warfare 19 taking a very grounded, realistic approach to the story, and then Modern Warfare 2 taking a more Hollywood approach to the story, and then Modern Warfare 3 being absolute shit. At least those games are different from each other. At least those games try to do stuff that maybe we haven't seen before in certain ways, right? I mean, the story itself is kind of the same as the original, but at least you're meeting different characters in different ways. It's like a reimagining of what may have occurred back then, especially if you look at Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 22. There's a lot of stuff that's new, that's different, you know? There's still shit that happens, like the General Shepard betrayal and Shadow Company turning on you and things like that, but it was just done in a good way. You look at Black Ops, you're just still kind of following this same old fucking story for a long time. And I think what makes it worse for Black Ops is that it's all quote unquote canon. So everything that occurred in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 5 and Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 now and Black Ops World at War, all of that is canon to today's story. All of that is canon supposedly to the rebooted story of Modern Warfare. But when you look at Black Ops in its entirety, it's so convoluted and crazy, man, that I don't know. There was potential there, but it was all squandered. I think specifically if you look at Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, those two titles really kind of screwed up the potential and the momentum that Call of Duty had. Because I think that after Black Ops 2, you could have just gone a full futuristic story with David Section Mason. And then you could have maybe tackled what happened in Black Ops 4 and really expanded on that and made a real good story about that, maybe in a potential Black Ops 4 with its own campaign and stuff like that. But look, really, I always kind of say this, guys, but the main point that I'm trying to get at, the main point that I'm trying to hit at, is the fact that I think that Treyarch and Call of Duty should, not that they need to, not that I'd like them to, but they should leave Black Ops alone after Black Ops 7 and give us a new game, an original story, so we can start a new franchise. We've talked a lot about this with Modern Warfare. We've said, well, you know what, Modern Warfare can't go forever. We got to give it a spin-off. We have to do something. Well, I think that Treyarch needs to do it even more. I think Treyarch needs a brand new fucking story. Because if we don't, then in 2029, we're going to get Black Ops 8. In 2030, we're going to get Black Ops 9. And then in 2034, we're going to get Black Ops 10. And that is just like a really good movie franchise that began and had 2 or 3 really good movies. And then it went off the rails and had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies. You know what I'm saying? It's going to turn into a big pile of hot shit. And maybe for some of you guys, it's already there. But if it's not, it's absolutely going to if it continues down this path. I think Black Ops needs a break. I think we need a break from Black Ops. I think we need something new. And I would love to see how creative the people at Treyarch can be and how much more they can give us if they're not, tied or have the constraints of a story told over a decade ago. What if these new writers that are there come up with a brand new original story, something that they want to do, a story they want to tell with new characters, new soldiers, new conflicts, new areas. You know what I'm saying? That right there could be really, really cool. And I, for one, would love to see Treyarch take a brand new story and turn it into maybe a trilogy of games.